Alright, timer starting now. Welcome to part 2 of the movie episode of the BigSin podcast. I'm here with your other co-host, Big Tone-san.
Big.
We're still guestless because this man is at church right all day. He was going to do this episode with us. But his ride came through. You know, he's doing the whole Jesus thing. Power to him.
Jesus, my savior, my favorite flavor.
Added some love to that.
Yeah.
Alright,
if you can figure out where that came from, maybe I'll buy you lunch tomorrow.
If I can figure it out, like I don't have to guess, I just have to figure it out.
Oh no, you gotta guess.
What a piece. That's not even what you said. I was about to Google that shit, right?
I knew you were.
I was about to Google it. Jesus, my savior, my favorite flavor. Is it from like a...
I'll give you a hint.
Is it like from a hood film?
It's from a game.
From a game? A game?
I'll give you another hint.
No. Is it a game you played recently?
No.
Is it an iconic game?
Not necessarily.
Alright, so it's like an underrated game. PlayStation?
You could say that. Yes, PlayStation.
PlayStation. Okay. Alright.
You only get one guess.
Only get one guess. Alright. Okay. Alright.
Because I'm really not trying to spend no money on it.
Damn. Was this game big at any point of its lifetime?
I don't know.
Alright, well, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, or 4?
1.
1? Oh, man. You know I was poor growing up, right?
So was I.
You know I didn't play too many games, right?
I went to my homie's house and played a lot of games.
Bruh. You assuming I had friends. I had friends, I'm kidding. I had a good childhood. I wasn't even poor. I didn't have many games. Shit. It's not a big... SOCOM?
No.
What is it?
Grand Theft Auto 2.
I don't think I played that one.
A really good game.
I don't think I played that one. That's a big game.
Back then they weren't that
They
big.
weren't. You're right.
GTA didn't really blow up until the third one.
But I'm thinking like current, I eliminated all big games from my head. All of them.
Well, technically it wasn't a big game.
Yo, GTA 1 was so fun.
It was.
Just even as the little stick figure running around with a freaking bird's eye view. We're off topic already.
Yeah.
We're already off topic.
We'll save this one for next week.
Alright. Comedy? You want to do comedy?
Yeah, we can do comedy.
Let's do comedy. Favorite comedy movie of all time?
House Party.
Yeah, that's simple. You want to elaborate on that, sir?
Well, it could be a mix between a couple. House Party, Friday, and Undercover Brother. Now, House Party, hands down, is my favorite movie of all time. I love House Party. It is a hood classic. You know what? House Party is just so late 80s, early 90s. Like, that's the era I grew up in. Obviously, I wasn't old enough to do House Party and stuff like that, but just, you know, House Party was all about dancing. You know what I mean? And it wasn't... I mean, of course you had you guys smoking weed here and there, maybe a couple motherfuckers drinking here and there, but it was, I don't know, just the movie is just... I love it. It's so hard to explain, man. I love that movie. I love House Party. That was when I took my family leave after my son was born. That is the first movie he ever watched. We sat down on the couch together and we watched House Party. Plus, come on, man, you had Kid and Play, Martin Lawrence, Tisha Campbell, Pops was in so many. It's a classic. It is a classic. Check it out if you haven't watched it.
I think my favorite comedy movie of all time would have to be like a childhood favorite movie of all time. Something I grew up with. I like on like the same day I would put it in the VCR and then rewind it all the way back and watch it over again. And it is Billy Madison.
Continue. I know.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I was gonna say the Blair Witch Project for that terrible fucking movie. That tent scene was funny though. Nah, I like the Billy Madison movie. It was funny as hell to me as a kid growing up. I think it had a lot of kid humor in it. It's like probably watching it now, you probably won't even laugh at it, but like, it was something I watched growing up. So maybe it's just a kid in me speaking. But I like Billy Madison, man. I like Adam Sandler as an actor. I don't think he's doing his full potential right now in whatever he's doing. I think he's got a Netflix deal coming on for like 4 films or some shit. But Adam Sandler will go down as one of my favorite comedy actors, I guess you would say. Like, I liked what he did with Anger Management. Happy Gilmore. Was it Happy Gilmore?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jack and Jill was pretty funny with the twin and blah blah blah. It was. I like Adam Sandler. Did you like the Grown Ups movies?
No, I didn't see it.
No? Damn.
I will say though, my favorite Adam Sandler movie is. It's actually between two, Click and Big Daddy.
Click was so good. Click was sad, man.
Click made me cry.
Click was sad.
Click definitely made me cry.
Oh my god. I'm saying it like I care.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus.
Now, you know what? When I was in middle school, when Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, when those movies came out when I was in middle school, everyone I knew loved those movies. I seen them later on in life, and I was like, man, I see why people find them funny.
You had to watch it when you were young.
I was just like, okay, but
those are movies you watch and like you have to be in like in an immature mindset to enjoy it.
Sir, I'm very immature.
No, you're not in that like I'm gonna laugh at someone farting immature.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that scene when like the clown. Oh my god, I don't know what movie did it to me.
You know what? I feel ashamed.
Why?
I completely forgot about The Waterboy. Waterboy may be Adam Sandler's best movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It is a really good movie. But I don't know what movie gave me this irrational... I don't have a fear of clowns. I think they're creepy. And if you have a clown picture in your house and I have to sleep in a room with that clown picture is not where it was. That thing is face the other way, face down. I don't care where it is. It's gone. It's out of view of me. Because clowns are creepy, bro. They're not scary. They're just creepy.
Dead clowns are creepy.
Yeah.
Zombified clowns are creepy.
So, what... Alright. Let's say... Comedy series. What's your favorite comedy series? Movie-wise. I mean, if you want to throw a show in there, we can do a show. But...
House Party 1, 2, and 3. I do not recognize 4 and 5. I saw 4 and I almost killed myself.
Yo, real recognize real.
5, I have no interest in seeing 5. So we'll go House Party 1, 2, 3. The Friday series.
I don't have 5, so you don't have to go 5. I definitely don't have 5.
The Friday series, actually, my foray into using curse words was because of the first Friday. Me and my sister watched that every single day, sometimes 2-3 times a day, all summer long. We were forced to go down to Marion, South Carolina for the whole summer. So we had cousins that lived in a trailer behind my great-grandmother's house. So we would literally go over there and watch this movie 2-3 times a day just to try to pass time to the end of the goddamn summer. And we wound up knowing the words to that movie word by word. Just the whole thing.
I like the Friday series, man. I want to watch it again.
I like comedy movies, but I don't watch them too often.
Yo, you know what I want to do? I want to take all the movies I like and I want to actually own a physical copy of them. We're getting physical copies of things, man.
Yeah, we are. And I used to be a big proponent of I only wanted physical copies of my CDs, and then of course I buy a car that doesn't have a damn CD player, so.
It's a nice car though. It is.
I'm trying to think.
I think if I get this co-manager spot, bro, I might buy me a new car.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I think I might get me a new car. I want a backup camera, man. I'm so paranoid backing up because my depth perception was so bad. Like every time I back up and I think I'm good, I get out the car and there's like a whole fucking car length between me and the car I was trying to avoid.
You know what? Instead of doing favorite comedy series, maybe do favorite comedy movies. I can't think of a series.
All right, it's fine.
Right,
you already went on record with your favorite comedy movies.
House Party.
Friday, one. And there was another one.
House Party, Friday, Undercover Brother. What's another good comedy movie? I'm trying to think.
I'm hoping you don't say what I have in my mind. Because you already said one today. One to say.
I'm trying to think.
You suck.
I'm trying to think. Oh my god. I'm having brain fart right now. Comedy. Had The Hangover.
Which one?
The first one. That's the only one I've seen.
You gotta see the second one, bro.
Like I said, I like comedy movies. I just don't watch them too often.
I feel you. I mean, you could throw in comedy specials if you want. They're not really. They're kind of movies, not really.
I honestly can't. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank.
It's alright, man. I'm glad you didn't say the Medea series.
God.
Medea be putting out some funny shit, bro.
No. I mean, yeah, but
some of the drama ones I can do without, like, you know, they'd be dramatic as hell. They'd be over. Byron! Too much. That one annoyed the shit out of me.
Yo, it's really bothering me. I can't think of a fifth one.
Yo.
It's really bothering me. I can't think of a fifth one.
I don't know if this counts as a comedy movie, but would you count the Big Mama series as comedy?
Oh, yeah, that's comedy.
I like Big Mama. I like Big Mama's series. Yo, I don't know too many comedy movies myself.
First Sunday.
Never heard of it.
Love for it's with Ice Cube and what's his name?
I might have to watch it if Ice Cube's in it.
Gosh, what is his name? It's on SNL. I can't believe I can't think of his name. His face is.
You suck.
What the hell is that guy's name?
So I got Big Mama. I got
No, I see now. I gotta look it up.
the Medea series. Yeah, look up other comedy series. I might need some help. What else is funny to me? What else is funny to me series wise? Yeah, The Hangover is a good series. What was that movie with the
Tracy fucking Morgan?
Okay,
Tracy
I don't know
Morgan.
who that is. If you want to show me a face, sure. I suck with names. And now I know who it is.
Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, I know who that is.
So not to cut you off, but
No, by all means, cut me off.
the funniest part in First Sunday.
Talking or anything.
Shut up, nigga. Funniest scene in First Sunday.
What?
I don't remember how it exactly goes. Something long, but his Tracy Morgan's character's name is Lee John, and I forgot how it comes about this conversation. But he goes, "My mom didn't know whether my dad was Lee or John, so she named me Lee John." I was done. I was crying. That shit was so funny. I love Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, I just can't think of too many comedy series, so I'm gonna start throwing in some comedy specials. Kevin Hart's funny. Kevin Hart's a funny dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's hilarious, man. His life fucking problems. You know, a lot of comedy is just like throwing in situations and adding in a touch of like comedic fiction. Fiction is like not real, right? Fiction? That's what it always mixes me up because fiction sounds like it should be real and non-fiction sounds like it should be.
Yeah, no, non-fiction is real.
Yeah. It always messed me up. But Kevin Hart, I don't know why. Gabriel Iglesias, funny as hell. George Lopez, funny. You know, the minorities are pretty funny. I don't know why. I used to find Dane Cook funny.
I never found that unfunny motherfucker funny.
Yeah, I used to find him funny.
I don't understand why people find Dane Cook funny, Norman McDonald funny. He is I've watched one of his comedy specials. I've watched him on SNL. He is fucking awful.
Don't say Jeff Dunham, bro.
That's the one with the
puppets.
Love Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham's great.
My favorite comedian of all time is Eddie Griffin.
Yeah?
That dysfunctional family shit.
A lot of people go on record saying their favorite comedian is like Dave Chappelle. I haven't watched too much of Dave Chappelle's shit.
I like Dave Chappelle. Don't get me wrong, but Eddie Griffin is the first comedian I ever seen. I was up in Alaska back in '97 visiting my uncle, and it's like it was like
I'm looking back because I think it's time to take out the garbage.
it was like 8-9 o'clock at night, but it was broad daylight, like it was 12 in the afternoon up there. And me and my uncle were sitting on the couch, and he's flipping through the channels, and he just so happens to come across HBO, and it's one of Eddie Griffin's specials. So we sat there and we watched it, and I was in tears the whole time. And I remember the next day, we went someplace, me and my grandmother, my aunt, and my cousin. We were someplace down in Fairbanks, Alaska. I think we were getting gas, or we went to a convenience store, and I'm sitting in front of the car performing all of his jokes to my family, and they're laughing. I love Eddie Griffin.
You know who makes me laugh a lot? Fucking Andrew Schulten. Oh gosh, yeah. Shout out to the Flagrant 2 podcast, man.
Yeah.
They funny as hell.
Cass, Schultz,
yeah, Deadbeat Cass. Deadbeat Cass. What about you listen to Chris?
Yeah, I've seen all his specials.
Yeah?
I do like Chris Rock.
I'm
pretty sure I've seen.
What is... Let me think here. Comedy's kind of hard. Comedy, I didn't think it'd be this hard when we
I know. See,
brought it up.
Because for me, like I said, I love comedy movies, but my thing is always action. I like action movies. I like mystery movies. I like suspense, crime and drama, and horror movies. Don't get me wrong. I love comedy movies. I just don't watch them as often.
There's like few in between, like where you watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you?
Funniest thing that's ever happened to me. I honestly don't know.
Really? Yeah, I got a couple of things that are like hilarious.
I'm trying to think of one.
All right. So while you're thinking, let me go on the story. In high school, I shout out to my sister Desiree. I kind of ruined all her best friendships because like I dated her best friends. I tried to. Like at the time, dating in high school was not the same as dating now. And I hopped from like one of her best friends to the other, and like we were supposed to go out to the mall. We did, but the day before we went out, I probably even got a bad haircut, so like I was all fucked up. The day before we went out, my boy Jonathan, shout out to Jonathan, you know, he has a beautiful family. I hope you're doing well, bud. Probably won't even look at this. My boy Jonathan was like, yo, I bet I can pull your hand down like this. He grabbed it from here, pulled it down, and you can't keep it up. I'm like, bet. You know, I'm a man. That's a challenge. I'm going to take it. So he holds my hand down. I
already see where this is going.
Yeah. I'm pulling it this way as hard as I can. This motherfucker let go of my hand, and out of nowhere, my fist, boom, catches me in the nose. So on my first date with this girl, I got a swollen fucking nose that I did to myself, and probably a bad haircut. I think the fucking Hispanic barbers do not shut the fuck up. They talk to anybody and everybody who comes in the store. You want to know how you know when a barber fucks up? You want to know how you know a barber fucks up? When he stares at something he just did and then goes to the other side when he already did the other side. That's him trying to fix whatever he just fucked up.
You know what? I can't think of a funny thing that happened that's ever happened to me, so we're going to make an impromptu phone going to ask one of my friends if they know what's the funniest thing that's ever happened to me. Maybe something that they've witnessed.
Content. Who's this? Should we? Oh, Ryan. The mysterious third host that hasn't shown up yet.
He probably won't answer, but we'll see.
Come on, Daddy Ryan. Come on. Yo, bro.
What's up, man?
Yo.
Daddy Champ.
You're on the You're on the podcast right now, sir.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah. So there's a question that has arisen about what's the funniest thing that's ever happened to me.
Let's get him closer to the mic just in case.
And I can't think of anything. So I was like, yo, let me call someone and maybe they'll be able to say what was the funniest thing that I've ever done or something funny that happened to me.
Alright, so a couple things come to mind. Number one,
right off the bat, bro.
Oh, dude, I got stories for days. Now the thing is, I don't know if I have anything that actually happened to him. There's things that he's done. Now, my concern is, I don't know if anyone else is going to think they're funny. It's just, if you know Tony, you just know he's just a different breed of person. He's just crazy. He does dumb shit, but it's funny.
Yeah, you fucking dumbass.
I've been very fortunate to have known him since 7th grade, and we've been pretty close that entire time. We got really close after high school when we started chilling at LJ's house, and that's where all the shenanigans started. So it was drinking, being stupid. Now, one thing I can say about Tony, and this is actually coming to my mind now, is that typically he's a very loud person. So he will just say, and no filter, by the way. So he will just say anything that's on his mind, and he'll say it loud. So I love the stories that Dana tells. Remember when you first got a Sam's Club card?
Oh, he's laughing. Bill, go on.
Yeah,
what happened?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm telling you, he came up from nothing, right? So once he started doing better, man, look, he was like a kid in a candy store. He got a Sam's Club card, and him and Dana started going shopping. He was amazed about how big of servings that they give you. So there's this one story that Dana tells that he was in the cheese section, and so they have shredded cheese in the large bag. So they're walking, in the aisle, and he said, "Yo, D, damn, that's a big bag of cheese." And he's holding it up, loud and loud, right in the middle of Sam's. Right? So like I said, no filter whatsoever. And then, as I said, just thinking of dumb shit that we've done or said or done, we used to go hard with the pellet guns. So there's numerous stories. So I remember this one. Do you remember the one time you and Ray were standing in LJ's kitchen playing with one of the pellet guns, and we're pointing it up towards the ceiling, and for whatever reason, that shit went off and it shattered his light.
Oh no!
So
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what happened with that. Remember, when my grandmother's house got robbed, I bought that big shotgun pellet gun.
Yes.
So I brought it over LJ's house the one night, showing it off, and for what reason, I don't know why, Shorty Eye tries to grab it out of my hand, but he points it up. I pulled the trigger and blew the light out.
It was literally everyone, and obviously you had to be at LJ's house in the lookout, but it was literally like the kitchen was kind of like in the living room. It was a large open living room area. The kitchen was there. There was like a small little area, and a dining room right off it. So it was just a small area, hardwood floor or whatever. We're all sitting there. Everyone's out of the kitchen, talking, doing their thing, mingling, and then we're over here just fooling around, and all of a sudden just bang. Elder turned around, like, what the fuck just happened? Like, we don't know. It just blew up.
Oh my god.
We're like, it just blew up. Man, I'm trying to think of something. Like I said, I got so many memories with this dude. It's crazy. Like, for whatever reason, Tone. Now, I wish you had waited for me to do this in person, man. I got so much. But anyway, so with Tone, he was always, for whatever reason, like we had a bunch of friends that always acted gay and did all this, this. but it always was towards Tone. Always. It's always been that way, and it's never stopped. I don't know why. He's a cute, juicy black man. I don't know what it is.
That's because I don't participate in it.
No, that's the truth too. And so I have another story behind that too. But we had these dudes that we grew up with. Well, I went to high school in Sea Isle, and when we played football, it was their mission to like gang hump Tone. So it would be if he got the ball, best believe someone's grabbing his legs to stop him, and someone is jumping on top of him and is trying to help him to gay shit in him. But there's this one story where, correct, he never likes to participate. So, we'd always say stuff to him, and he would, shut up, blah, 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 whatever. So this one time, the table's turned, and he said some gay shit to me. And I was like, yo, Tom, man, that's gay. He was like, man, fuck you. Man, all these times you say shit to me, and as soon as I say one thing, you get all offensive.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you, gay-ass motherfucker?
Yeah, that's what he said. He was like, he always said that, shut up, you fag. Oh, shut up, you gay motherfucker. This one time, I don't know what he said. But it must have been something like, oh, Ryan, you're looking cute or something dumb. And I was like, yo, that's gay. And he said, dude, fuck you. He got all defensive because he never participated. The one time he does, I flipped the script on him. He was mad as hell.
Never again. Yo, man, we shouted you out on the first part. How's daddyhood treating you?
Man, it's going good, man. It's a whirlwind. I mean, he's a week old today. That was the fastest week that I can think of. And my days are blended together. I feel like I told the same stories over and over again. It's not easy, it's trying to get him in this routine, and he wants to sleep during the day, awake at night, doesn't want to be put down, this and that. Let me tell you, it really did change my life, but word up, man, like, there's no better love in this world. Like, it's crazy. Like, it didn't even hit me when he was put in my arms that night. It was like, once we got home a couple days later, I'm like, yo, I have to take care of this kid. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, I have to be responsible for this kid, like, and it just, like, formed this love and this bond, man. It's incredible. It really is. It's the best feeling.
What's up, man?
Yeah, you know what? When Anthony was first born, I cried, but there was still some type of disconnect between me and him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. Yeah.
But when we got home, and, because I had taken off that week, so when we got home, and I was taking care of Dana because she had the C-section, and I was doing a lot for Anthony, I was like, I remember looking at him like, damn, this motherfucker's mine. I made him.
Yo, real talk, do you think that's why niggas don't, like, really have that feeling of attachment with the kids because they're not around for that first couple?
It could, it could be. Like I said, there was definitely a disconnect, like, but, once you get past that little bit, like when I went on my family leave and it was just me and him, don't get me wrong, he wouldn't stop. There were times where he wouldn't stop crying and I'd be screaming and yelling like, shut the fuck up. I can't concentrate.
Things to look forward to.
But,
I'm actually telling, we haven't even talked about this, but that's actually, it makes me feel better to hear that, because I kind of felt the same way, and, in some respects, we're all selfish people, you know what I mean, and to think that, that you have to take this time and this responsibility to care for this kid, so it almost was like a disconnect. It was almost like, man, like, you're inserting yourself into my world, you know what I mean, so it was like, kind of, I wouldn't call it like an animosity, but there definitely was a disconnect. And even the first day, and once again, telling, obviously, you're like a brother to me, and so we share that same feeling. But it's once again, it's good to feel it because that first day when we came home, Carrie slept during the night, and I was with him while he was up most of the night, and I could not console him. It was very heartbreaking, no matter what I did. So she woke up the next morning. Obviously, you needed the breastfeed her, so she's the food for him. And as soon as she woke up, handed him right over, and he stopped. And I sat there, and I almost cried, and I thought, man, like, yo, there's nothing I can do for my kid. And I literally said to Carrie, I said, look, I'll do the housework and cooking then. I'll check back in with you in a month. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty, like, there's nothing I can do. But let me tell you, though, the tables have, I wouldn't say the tables turned, but I can now, it just took like a day or two for him to get used to me. And now I can console him, so he's not looking for me for food. He looks to her for food, and for me for maybe the consoling a little bit. So it's so interesting in tone. Like I said, you hit the nail on the head, man. There is like this disconnect those first few days, and then something just snaps. I literally thought, man, I made this kid. Like, this is crazy.
And he hates me.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly. I made you. Like, and it's just. And I think that's maybe it's a guy thing. I think women are they're more of a nurturing human being. Guys are maybe a little more rough around the edges, and it's just like I said, he was inserting himself into my world. But after those few days, man, it changed me, man, for sure.
I'm gonna tell you what I think it is, because like as human beings, when you get down to it, we are mammals. So like we have a lot in common with animals. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like animals, like they're not as intelligent as like animals are really smart, but like we've come up with like the society we have today. So animals rely a lot more on their instincts than we do when we grow up. But I think as infants, we were more in touch with our instincts, if you will. So like as an infant who just came into this world, he only knows the connection he had with who he was inside, which happens to be Carrie through the umbilical cord. You know what I mean? So like maybe when he's with her for the couple days, it doesn't take it. Maybe he needs to sense your presence. He needs time to like accept your presence in the area.
Plus also he's used to hearing her heartbeat. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He's used to all of that. He's used to all those feels or heartbeat. And close. I mean, like I said, you hit the nail on the head as well, man. He doesn't know me from nothing, man. You know. Maybe he knows my voice because there's studies that say they know your voice and stuff, but he doesn't know my warmth. He doesn't know my touch, my smell. He knows hers. And even but the thing is, even though I knew all of that, like I said, those first few days, man, it was tough. It was tough to wrap my head around that. And it's the truth, like the sleep deprivation and all that. It just kind of throws you for a whirlwind, and all of it's very emotional, in so many different ways, man. But like I said, it changed me. Like once you just connect with him and think, yeah, this is my son. I made him, and then mind you, I have to take care of this kid because he cannot do a goddamn thing for himself. That's the instinct. That's it,
You know what I think it is, the sleep thing? Because, like, you find that a lot of people nowadays, they have babies and, like, they surprisingly sleep through the night. Like, some people are getting those babies, like, oh, my baby sleeps through the night. It's weird. But, like, a lot of people nowadays, when they're pregnant, they stay active. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, people who aren't active, that baby can fall asleep whenever it wants.
You're absolutely right.
And it has nothing to do at night or during the day. So, like, it's doing the same thing at night during the day. So if the baby sleeps during the day and wakes up at night, you're not going to know. You might wake up because he might kick you or whatever.
Right.
But, like, maybe if you're active during the day, anyone who might watch this who might have might be pregnant or might have a girl that's pregnant, maybe if your girl's more active during the day and, like, keeping the baby up during the day and, like, forcing him to sleep at night because he needs to sleep or her sleep, maybe when the baby is born, maybe that baby will sleep more at night and be up during the day. I don't know. Maybe. Just a theory.
Yeah. I mean, I thought about that too. It's like, because he was more, believe it or not, he was actually more active at night. And then, Carrie has an office job during the day. So I was wondering, like, next if we have another one, it's like run laps during the day and then crash at night. That would make any difference. But the crazy thing is, I mean, he obviously has no idea of what night and day is, Mm-hmm. So you're right. I mean, the only way I can think is he just knows of what's active and what's not active. So you're right. Like if his body will tell him that if you were active during the day but you were at night, then that's what he's going to be used to when he comes out. So you can flip that script. And what's crazy is that I've been doing a lot of research and looking some stuff up, and obviously Tone can speak from experience. But once again, he doesn't know anything. I mean, they say between 3 and 4 weeks, I think it is, maybe a little bit more. That's when you can start a routine. His brain is not capable to wrap his head around a routine just yet. He wants that. He wants to eat. He wants to shit. He wants to sleep. And he wants that touch. He wants all of that. That's what makes it so difficult at times, man. It really does.
Anything you gonna say, Tony?
Thank God.
What?
Thank God you're going through this shit, not me. That's all I can say.
You went through it, nigga.
Yeah, I know.
But see, when you were going through it, I wasn't. So it was, I guess the tables have turned. I did my piece, but while you're doing yours now. But I mean, each experience is so different, man. It really, really is. This is so funny. I'm actually, side note, we just stopped at CVS, and I'm in the parking lot, and there was a kid probably like 5 or 6 years old, almost had his hands like chopped off by the CVS on the back door.
Jesus.
What we gotta look forward to. But anyway, yeah, I mean, each baby's different. I'm hoping he's doing at night he's probably sleeping 2 hours at most, and he has to get up and he eats. So let's try to be there and be as supportive as possible. I go back to work tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to. I mean, leaving him, number one, is going to suck. And then leaving Carrie, to kind of, hold her own, it's going to be tough, for her for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. The only thing that I can say is actually Vaughn King gave me this advice when Dana was pregnant.
Okay.
Just let Carrie have as much bonding time as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that
It definitely helps. It would help the situation,
Yeah, because that PTSD or whatever the hell it's called.
Postpartum, yeah.
Yeah, that shit is real. So that's what I did. I let Dana, have as much time with him as possible. When Dana wanted to take a nap, first thing I would do is take my shirt off, leave him in nothing but a diaper, wrap a blanket around us, and we just lay on the couch.
Yep. That's exactly what I've been doing too, man. And yeah, you're absolutely right. And Carrie's been kind of hit with the blues a little bit with it all, and it's tough. Once again, the sleep deprivation. She is the main feeder source for him. So it's like right now, I mean, he's like every hour, man. Like I can't even imagine what that's like. But yeah, you're absolutely right, man. When we get that opportunity, if he's crying in the bassinet and stuff, it's it's usually a white beater or something. So just get a blanket, he's stripping down to his diaper and just chilling. He'll fall asleep right on my shoulder, right on my lap, or my chest rather, and it it lasts for a couple hours, and he kind of gives her a break. And it's great.
On my shoulder, bro. He's carrying the baby like a sack, bro. He's on his shoulder, bro. He's just carrying the baby on his shoulder like a sack.
No, not that bad.
Nah, you go,
He's
man.
hanging there. He's not over my shoulder. He's not on my shoulder.
Hopefully you're as savvy as I am and avoid getting pissed on.
Hey, man.
So I have not been pissed on, but he has pissed, a lot. And Carrie, God bless Carrie, man. She was super mom this one time, so he got circumcised, and he had to get gauze and some Vaseline or whatever, covering the area. So in the first few days, he didn't poop, he didn't pee at all because he really wasn't getting too much food until Carrie's milk came in. So anyway, he didn't poop or pee for a couple of days. So I was like, this is what we'll do. We'll take his diaper off. And the nurse at the hospital, when she was teaching us how to change the dressing, she was like, just be careful because that cold freeze can hit him, and then he can just start going. So, but once again, fast forward, he wasn't going. So I was like, let's take off his diaper, and I kind of waved the gauze just a little bit. Man, let me tell you, a stream came out of that motherfucker. Carrie was catching it with her hand. I'm like, look at this super mom here, because he's pissing all over himself, and he's laying on his back, and he goes under his back and stuff. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, we try to put a napkin there. Sometimes, there's been times where I've held it there, and I've waited a couple seconds or even longer, and he doesn't go. As soon as I pull it away, he goes. It's like you can't win. Can't win.
Bro, the most asshole thing I ever did was one time I'm changing Anthony, and as I'm getting a new diaper on him, he gives me this look. I said, oh, hell nah. I swung his legs to the side. His little fucking wiener kicked up, and he pissed all over his face. I was like, oh, shit.
Did you feel like shit after?
Hell yeah, but I was like, yo, I came out that motherfucker dry, though.
Shit. Absolutely.
Shit,
and all you can do is wipe him down with some baby wipes.
Basically. Couldn't get the shit that went in his mouth, but you know what? He'll live.
I mean, people survive off that shit all the time. He's cool.
Yeah, basically.
Well, we gotta wrap up this part. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Ryan, our deadbeat host. They'd rather chill with his newborn kid and his wife than come do a couple hours with us. We're gonna get him on here eventually.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on there eventually, man, for sure. I'll be able to slide away for a couple hours and get on the show with you guys.
Bet, man. We're gonna set it up.
Take your time.
Yeah,
man.
there's a spot here open for you, but you know,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
God bless you, the newborn, and Carrie. You know, hopefully he his schedule adjusts pretty soon to be a little more convenient for you too.
Let's hope so. Yeah, we gotta get back on PlayStation, play some Call of Duty.
Yeah, man. Let's just hit us up. We're on.
All right, fellas. I'll talk to you.
All right, man.
All right, later.
Later.
See ya. What a fucking segue, bro. What a segue. Comedy? No. Life lessons. Life lessons. That's going to do it for part 2 of this episode on movies/babies. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for part 3.